Now we shall look at the solar thermal energy. We have seen about radiation and the instruments used to measure the radiation. Solar collectors are the main components of most of the solar energy systems. The collector absorbs the sun's energy and converts it into heat energy. When we say thermal, means we are converting it to heat energy. This energy is then transferred to a fluid or air, which is used to heat water, generate electricity, dry materials, distill water, or cook food. So, this energy, thermal energy, heat energy, what is collected by the solar collectors, it has various applications like to heat water, to generate electricity, to dry materials, especially this raisins, grapes, they are dried to make raisins and all. This I have seen in Bijapur district. They are using the solar thermal dryers. Then distillation of water, especially distillation of water is like your marine saline water in the coastal areas, in Gulf and all. Saline water, they are converting it into potable water by distilling. And some small places like Tirupati and Mount Abu in Rajasthan, they are using it for cooking food also. Okay, for thousands of pilgrims every day. So when used for heating purpose, the solar thermal system can partially or fully replace the conventional fuels such as coal, oil and electricity. So normally we for heating what we use coal, oil or electricity, but we should not use now renewable energy like solar energy is available, which is very environment friendly also. So we will discuss the solar applications. One is the solar water heating system. Okay, that is there are two things. One is flat plate collector and the evacuated tube collector. And second, we will also see the solar thermal power stations. So as discussed, thermal applications like water heating, space cooling, refrigeration. Solar refrigeration also we will see. Then power generation, distillation, drying and cooling. So now let us look at the advantages and disadvantages of solar energy. First is there is no fuel cost. Solar energy is free. Okay, and the cost is only for the collectors and not for the solar energy, heat energy, whatever you are seeing. Second, there is no pollution. I think you might have seen water heaters on the rooftops. There is absolutely no pollution. Third, you can use it in remote areas also where you don't have access to electricity. Solar energy can be used. Actually, it is like in Goa and Karwar, in some remote places on hills and some where the number of houses are very few, 1, 2 and something like that, where the grid is not connected, means the electrical lines are not drawn to those houses, they can have this solar energy, whether it is electricity generation or even heating application. And most of the low power devices like your torch, lights, small lights, calculators, they can be powered by solar energy. And we all know that the fossil fuel reserves, coal, oil, gas, is very finite, maybe 30 to 40 years. But solar energy is forever. So these are the advantages. Now let us look at the disadvantages. The main disadvantage is solar energy is only available in the daytime. Okay, not in the night. So it is availability is intermittent. So for nighttime application you need some storage device. That is why in water heater you have seen there is a tank which collects the hot water. The solar collectors, solar PV panels and cells are relatively expensive. See, these solar collectors panels were expensive earlier, but today as the volumes have increased drastically, now the prices are very reasonable. I think 1 kilowatt of solar PV, okay, 1 watt will cost around 30 to 40 rupees. Okay, so 1 kilowatt is 1000 watts. So that is 40,000 rupees. You will get 1 kilowatt of solar photovoltaic. Even 100 liters of water heating system you will get for now 15,000 rupees. You will get 100 liters of solar water heating system. Third is, the solar power station can be built, but they do not match the power output of a similar size conventional power stations. See, I don't know whether you have visited a thermal power plant, even nuclear power plant you have visited at Kaiga. Though that area is small, but the power is very huge. Kaiga produces around 840 megawatt continuously 24/7, and there is no pollution, and the area is consumed very less. Whereas the solar power plant, they use large area and they are also very expensive. Especially in Europe, there I discussed, the sun is very unreliable and you hardly get 100 days of sun. So in places like that, it is not very advantageous. In India, it is the solar energy is being harnessed aggressively because we have around 300 days plus of solar energy per annum. And solar energy, these photovoltaic systems, whatever they install, they require lot of land, because as we have discussed, our solar insolation which comes to our earth is almost 350 watts per meter square. For 1 kilowatt, if I want to install 1 kilowatt of solar photovoltaic system, so I require around 3 meter square of area. So that is very huge. And normally in our house we will have a requirement of 3 to 4 kilowatt. So 3 to 4 kilowatt means we require 10 to 15 meter square of area, rooftop area, to cater to our house requirement. 15 meter square is almost 150 square feet. And these clouds which come, they reduce the effectiveness of the sunlight. And lastly, solar power is used to charge batteries so that the solar power devices can be used at night. But these batteries are large and heavy and need storage space, and also they are very expensive and they need replacing from time to time. I will give one example. If you buy an inverter may cost you around, say, 2 kVA inverter may cost you only 10,000 rupees. But this battery itself will cost you 50,000 rupees. So just imagine, you have to pay 50,000 rupees upfront for batteries. And not only that, the life of battery is only 3 to 4 years. Even the best batteries I have seen in my own house, the battery will not come more than 4 to 5 years. You need to replace, and that is a very big amount. The inverter, nothing will happen, but your battery you need to replace, and it is a very big amount. Okay, these were the advantages and disadvantages of solar energy.